will start with our peat pots. Like I said in some other videos, there are 2 different sizes. We needed 2,464 of these, and it just took a lot of time to find all of the same size and be able to get them here. But either way, your seeds will grow. It doesn't matter the size of your pot. So you have your bag of soil, and then you have your bag of seeds. I am going to scoop out some of the soil using my garden trowel. If not, you can just dip your cup into the soil itself and fill it up that way. So I'm going to open the soil, get that ready. Let's start with our cucumber seeds. So these are going to be our longer, narrow, light brown seeds, our cucumber seeds, as you can see. So I'm going to be very careful, and I'm going to set them on top of the Ziploc bag. We want to put soil in our cups first, and then put our seeds in there. So cucumbers and tomatoes and zinnias and all other plants, they have different planting requirements. In one of the other videos, we talked about planting depth and how the seed packets told you everything that you need to know about the seeds that you are trying to grow. So in your packet, there is a resource page from Wyatt Coral's Seed Company in Garner, North Carolina. So let's look at the cucumber. Some of the varieties that you have are pickling cucumbers and Poinsett 76. Either one is going to be a great tasting cucumber. They have the same requirements. So we are supposed to plant our seeds an inch deep. So we'll just do our best guess. I know you are all smart 5th graders and have an idea of how big an inch is. So we know that we need to plant them an inch deep. So I'm going to go ahead and start filling soil. For this one, I'm going to use the big pot, and then we'll use the smaller pot for the tomato seeds. But if you have small pots, that's going to work fine too. So we'll fill it up about halfway. Let me put just a little more in there. Okay, so it's more like 3/4 of the way. So an inch. That's going to be just a little bit smaller than my pinky. So I'm going to use my finger, and I'm going to go in the center. I'm going to make a small hole, and I'm going to push the soil back around so you can kind of see that there is a nice little hole ready for the cucumber seeds. So we'll put this cucumber seeds in, and then I'm going to cover it in with my fingers. And then we will add some more soil to fill it to the top here. I knew I was going to spill it. Then we can smooth the top there. And after your cucumber seeds start to germinate and grow a couple weeks, you can transplant this whole pot into a larger pot, or you can put it in your garden space if you have a garden space already at your house. But these pots are biodegradable, so you can plant them straight into the ground and they will disintegrate. Okay. So we planted our cucumber seeds. I'm going to set those to the side. Now let's plant our tomato seeds. So these are the teeny little round seeds. We have Marglobe tomatoes, or Roma tomatoes. The Marglobe tomato is going to be a larger tomato. It's going to be more round in shape. It's a good slicing tomato to eat on a sandwich. A Roma tomato is more narrow. You can cut it up, put it in salads. It's perfect to make juice, to use for soups. It's very juicy. So that's why it's good to make tomato juice or to cook with. But either way, you can eat it on a sandwich as well. So I've got my seeds laid on top of my bag here. I'm going to go ahead and start putting just a little bit of soil into my peat pot here. So again, fill it up about halfway, maybe a little bit more. I'm making a mess. Okay, I've filled it up pretty much to the top. Now let's consult our planting guide here. So tomatoes, we don't have to plant those as deep as we did our cucumbers. So we want to plant those 1/4 of an inch to 1 inch deep. So once again, I'm going to use my index finger and I'm going to make just a little hole down into the soil. Just a nice little place to drop those seeds in. I'll drop them in and then I'm going to cover it up. I just need to add a little bit more soil to fill my cup to the top here. And there we go. Perfect. So if you have extra soil left, you can use it for other gardening projects. But you just want to make sure you close that bag up and keep your mom and dad and trusted adults happy. And if you did make a mess, please clean up after yourself. So the next step, we need to water our seeds. So I've got my watering can here, but if you don't have a watering can at home, that is perfectly fine. You can use a mason jar, a red Solo cup, any kind of cup that you have in your kitchen. Now, you might want to set your pots on a plate or something. Just have something underneath because the water's probably going to come out. You know, I told you in an earlier video, it has the hole in the bottom for drainage. So we're going to have some water that's going to come out at the bottom. So just keep that in mind. Now, we want to pour slowly. We don't want to drown our seeds. We want to make sure we get it nice and moist. And there it is running out the bottom. So do the same thing for your other pot. And there you go. So you can make sure that there is moisture. You don't have to water these every day. Just make sure that the soil is moist. And if you made a mess, be sure to clean that up. But just stay tuned for our progress and we'll see how our plants grow.